Hey guys, happy Memorial Day weekend. So, sitting here a little bit self-conscious because I'm barefaced, but we're gonna get through it because the purpose of this video is to just try out some brand new products that have come out to the drugstores. So, I have them all laid out in front of me, and I do apologize for the state of my room behind me. I've had wedding after baby shower, and I really haven't had time to organize everything, but I thought it would be nice for you guys to have something to watch while you're off this weekend. So, as you can see, this is my bare face. I do have some mascara on because it's waterproof and I couldn't get it off. It's that good, and I'll talk to you about it in a few. But I do have redness in my skin, as you can see, and I do have some yellowness under my eyes. That's just the way it is. So I wanted to start with a primer that I've been playing with for a couple days now. It's the Rimmel Stay Matte. So I'm hoping that the camera will pick up without, no, it's blinding you. Meh. Here we go. The Rimmel Stay Matte. I've tried it for a couple days now, and to be honest with you, I'm finding that, yeah, it does leave my face really matte, but on the same token, it kind of like makes it really hard to blend foundation on top. So what I wanted to do was kind of an experiment of half of the Stay Matte on one side of my face and half of my MAC Prep and Prime on the other half. So we can kind of see how the foundation goes on both sides. So I'm going to do the right side of my face, or left side of the screen, with the Stay Matte. I mean, it feels nice and cooling when you're putting it on. I wouldn't say it's hydrating, it's kind of just like blends into the skin. I use just a little bit more from half of my forehead. Um, really not much to say about this. I mean, it does mattify. So I guess if you're the type of person that doesn't like to wear makeup, you could probably use this to just make sure your skin doesn't get very oily quickly. But that's another thing that I found as I was wearing it, that throughout the day, my face got super oily. So I mean, for something that says Stay Matte and it's branded as a product for people with oily skin, it failed miserably. But I do want you to see it in action despite its claims. So here's my Prep and Prime. I'm just going to prime the other side of my face just quickly. Prep and Prime is one of my favorites. It's not great at concealing pores, but I do feel, because it has more of a silicone base, that makeup glides much better on it. And I mean, it is a tried and true product. It's one of MAC's best sellers. It's crazy expensive. I think we all know that. Thanks, MAC. All right, so now that my face is primed, I want to go in with the brand new CoverGirl Healthy Elixir. So it claims to be a foundation with vitamins and a broad spectrum SPF 20 sunscreen with an elixir, some kind of a serum mixed into it. I tried this once the day that I went to BeautyCon in the morning over the Stay Matte, and I almost died at how horrifically ugly it looked, which is why I kind of want to do the MAC side and the Rimmel side together with the elixir, because I refuse to believe that a foundation could be that terrible. So I'm using my Real Techniques. This is a brand new brush. Isn't it cute? I fell in love with it. I was like, ooh, okay there, Real Techniques. Love it. So it's kind of like an angled kabuki brush. It's really nice. I used it this morning before my makeup trial with a client, and it applied my foundation beautifully. All right, now that we've gone off on a tangent, I always usually apply my foundation straight to my brush. I'm not about getting my fingers dirty. Call me bougie, call me whatever. So I will dot it onto my face using the brush so that my fingers don't get dirty. So I'm gonna look mad cute right now. What I can say right now, off the bat, it smells really good, like botanically almost. Okay, so hopefully if I get in closer you can see. This is the side with the Rimmel. I mean, can you see how like bolachi it looks like? I don't know how best to explain it. I mean, I know the shade might be a little bit light for me right now because I have been in the sun the past couple days, but can you see how it's accentuating the texture on my skin? It's really not doing much. I mean, it is covering redness. That I have to say, it is very full coverage. But like, ew, you know, like, I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of like makes your skin not your skin, but it makes my skin look kind of, I hate to say it, like crusty. Oh boy. Okay, so MAC Prep and Prime. Let's see what happens here. So I'm hoping you can see the coverage that's building, because I have a lot of crazy redness. I used a makeup wipe, and I typically shouldn't use one because I tend to be allergic to the ingredients that are in them, but I just wanted to put together this video quickly for you so you can see a few new products in case you're interested and you're bored tomorrow on Memorial Day. And I feel like I'm looking a little weird right now because I'm staring up. Okay, so what do you think? I feel like, I'm trying to look at the mirror that I have behind my phone. All right, it definitely is not my favorite, but it looks a little smoother, I would say, on the MAC side than it does on the Rimmel side. I can definitely see a crap ton more texture on this side. So hopefully, once I conceal and powder this hot mess, it may look a little better. Don't know, but for right now, for me, this is my second time trying it, and obviously it's on a different primer. I don't like the way that it looks. It just, ugh, gross. If you could only see what my Urban Decay Naked Skin looks like on my face, you'd be like, whoa, what a difference. Okay, so sticking with drugstore. I'm going to use another one of my Real Technique brushes. This one's an oldie but a goodie. It is clean, it's just stained, and I don't care. It's stained, but it works so nicely for concealer. I'm using the Maybelline, the Master Concealer, and this one is in shade Light. So I'm just going to dot it underneath my eyes a little bit. I'm not going crazy in this tutorial because I just want to have you guys see the products. And I feel like this foundation is so gross that I don't even want to really waste a ton of product to demo. So I'll just dot it on and let me just blend it out and we can call it a day. Don't I look precious? Okay. By the way, these brushes are synthetic. Sorry that my hand is in my face, but it is what it is. They are synthetic, and I like that because they're easy to wash. I love that the barrel of all Real Technique brushes is so high. Not the barrel, the ferrule. I love that there's no ferrule shorter down like regular brushes, because literally I could dunk this sucker in as much water as I want to, and there's just no way that the bristles are going to fall out. I've never had any shedding issues with them either. They're awesome brushes. I've had them for years. And they still go strong. So I know that this is an all-over face brush, but I really enjoy it for concealing work because I feel like it gets the job done so quickly. And usually in the mornings before work, I don't have time to be messing with itsy bitsy teeny weeny little concealer brushes that are going to take me 5 hours. Like, no. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, so it's been a few minutes since the foundation's been on my face. Still looks pretty grabby. Okay, so touching it, it feels tacky. It doesn't feel like it's going to dry down anytime soon. So I'm going to go in and powder. And now, just to keep with the drugstore theme of this video, I did have a L'Oreal True Match laying around. I'm not sure I can get this to focus for you. It's a nice powder. You know, I'm not going to knock it at all. I like to use it a lot, actually, for my eyes. Like, if I just want to lay down a quick base. I know that's really not what it's designed for, but who cares? So I'm just going to use my brush and conceal under my eyes. Powder my eyes. This is a Rimmel Line Nickel brush. It is, let me see, it's a BOM 38 complexion brush. Sorry, it's hard to read it on the handle because it's barely legible. They used gold print on a gold handle. Genius. Okay. So let's see. I'm not really sure this is looking any better at all, but At least it won't feel sticky on my face, because I hate when foundation feels sticky. Okay, I'm gonna bust out this brush. You ready for this one? I don't think you're ready. Look at this bad boy. Yes, I caved, and I bought the Tarte Unicorn Brush Collection. Shoot me. Oh! Yes. This is so soft. Wow. Super soft. It's like little feathers all over your face. Nice job, Tarte. Okay. Love how the notifications are coming in on my iPhone, so I can't even see my forehead. The joys of having a broken camera. It is what it is. I'll be ordering one soon. So hopefully the quality will be much better on these videos as well. Okay, so even after powdering, I still feel like there's some tackiness to it. And I really did dunk my brush in there. So the fact that it's still sticky even after applying powder, ugh, God. That shit is going back. Ain't no way. And it wasn't cheap either. Like, it was about $15 for that foundation. So, CoverGirl, I don't know who you think you are, but that is not a drugstore price. Thank you. Okay. So, alright, I know this is a travesty. I shouldn't even be wasting it for this, but right next to me I have my MAC Selena contouring, and I kind of feel naked without having at least a little bit of contour on my face. So I'm just going to bronze up a little bit, because at this point, I feel like a ghost. I'm so happy, though, on a side note, that, sorry, I don't mean to blind you, that the bronzer was pressed so hard into that pan, because I feel like I've used this bronzer 50 million times already, and you can't even see a dent in it. The Selena signature is completely intact. I'm like, yes. However, my only complaint would be that the blush is so tiny that when you try to get your brush in there, it's, you gotta perform some kind of magic trick to try to get the blush on your face. And I do realize that one side is looking darker than the other, but that's just because this side of my face right now is closer to the mirror that you're looking at. If I pull back, you can probably see the shadow a whole lot better. And I guess the only thing I have to say about MAC and their collections regarding this brush, and not the brush, I'm sorry, regarding this bronzer, is that I get it, you know, it's a collection for a star. In this case, Selena was my ride or die growing up. But people have different skin tones, so something like this isn't necessarily going to be the best tone for somebody who's much lighter than I am. And trust me, I mean, at my whitest, I am Casper the Friendly Ghost. Like, this is me with some color. So it's not going to work for people who are super light, because it is somewhat of a darker shade. And on top of that, it's not dark enough for my darkest dark-skinned Bettys. So, I mean, what do? Like, use it as a powder? You know, I feel like MAC needs to really branch out their collection so that it serves the entire population that purchases from them, their customer base. I don't know. Do you guys agree with that? Am I being bitchy? I don't know. I would think, you know? It's like some of these drugstore companies that come out with 3 shades of foundation. Like, those are the only colors that we humans come in. Okay. So how's your weekend, guys? How's life? I'm still adjusting to talking to a camera lens. I feel like there should be some kind of response, but there isn't, so I sit here in silence. I'm actually not in silence. My neighbors upstairs are having... When do they not? Those of you who know me best know I'm always and forever bitching about my upstairs neighbors. They're always playing music so loud, and at least if it was music that I liked, which, oh, God forbid I don't, it's like, it's the most random stuff. Like, one minute they'll be playing Metallica, the next minute they're playing like bachata, the next minute after that it's like 70s disco. Like, you never know, which in a way is kind of entertaining. All right, so foundation is powdered. Guys, it's still sticky. Like, if I put any more powder on my face, I'm gonna look like a clown. But it is still very much sticky. That sucks. Just letting you know, that sucks. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a blush that's nearby to add some color to my face. It's Milani's Luminoso, which was super popular a few years ago on YouTube. And for good reason. It is a really pretty coral blush. I'm not sure if you can see, but I'll try to. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So it is baked. You don't need much. And I'm going to be using one of my new favorite blush brushes. One of my friends who's from Germany literally sent for them through her mom, who still lives in Germany, and they're called Maybelline. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the shape of this blush brush is such that it beautifully like fits the contour of your cheek. I don't know if you can see that. So you can literally just like swipe back and forth and you're done with your blush in a couple seconds. It's so pretty. And it's so soft. Like, ugh. The lighting right now is ass. I'm sorry, guys. It is what it is. Okay, so far, I'm thinking that it's the primer that is making stuff look weird, because I even used that primer with my Mary Kay CC cream, and it did the same thing. Like, it went on all splotchy. This side looks much better with the MAC now that it's powdered. It's coming off slightly on my nose, which means the primer wasn't even that great there. But, yeah, I'm just not digging this foundation at all. Like, even if I pull back, you can still see there's like a cast on my face, and that is because of the SPF. You know, I've got the flash right in my face right now. So, of course, you're going to see flashback, which is not great. You can't use it for photography, so you would use it probably on a daily basis if you wanted to, but it feels heavy on the skin. And it doesn't look nice on the skin either. So, case in point, it sucks. I don't like it. End of story. All right, so I saw this at CVS, and I was like, It is a Physicians Formula's Feather Brow. I'm hoping you can see that. It is a feather brow. So, the purpose of this product, from what I can tell from the packaging, which, I mean, there really isn't much to go on this package other than a perfectly sculpted brow versus somebody's normal brow, which I'm sorry, but for what this product is, that ain't happening. So, fail. So if you look at this, half of it, if I pull off the cap, it is a highlighter. So I'm going to rub it on my hand so you can see. I mean, I'm not sure if you can see that very well. It's right there. There is some shine to it. I think it would be, there's only like maybe two shades, like a blonde shade, and this is the brunette shade. So for my ladies who are much lighter than I am, that actually might be too dark of a highlight to apply to your brow bone. And then the other side, this is what I hated. So I'm reviewing this because I want you to see it, but I in no way plan on keeping this product. The shit is going back to CVS. It is what it is. So when you twist this crap, which first of all, I couldn't even get it open. I had to use the jaws of life to open the shit. Oh, I just started cursing a lot. I'm sorry. That's how I am though. All right, so I'm going to try not to make a massive mess out of this, but I can't make any promises at this point. It is a container filled with loose fibers. And I hate to say this, but it reminds me of like that unique like fiber mascara that everybody was posting on Instagram and going nuts over because your lashes ended up looking like daddy long legs kind of things. So when do you see the powder coming out of that? Do you see it like falling? Like it's now all over my boobs. Fucking awesome. So can you see the fibers that are just sitting on there? So now you tell me. So granted, I understand that this product may work best when you feather it into your brows when they're already wet with another product, but the point is to be able to use it by itself according to the instructions on the package. So when I go to apply this to my brows, yeah, it'll stick to my brows. I'm not going to get the precision that I want, so it's probably just for a quick fill if that's what you're looking for. But you're also going to end up with it all over your face, which after I worked this hard, you know what I mean? On a, come on. All right, so let's try this crap. Ugh. Awesome, just awesome. Oh, God. All right, so maybe the best idea would be to like tap off some of the excess on the brush, because right now there, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a massive clump on there. And I'm not trying to like mess with this product to make it seem like it's shittier than it is. But I mean, do you see, like, my eyebrow looks like it ends in a square. Like, there's no way to really gain much precision with this unless I really press hard. And now my brow is much longer than I would like it to be. See? Like, oh, God. And now if I just put my finger through it, I just fucked up the whole thing. Fabulous. Okay, so you can see how much I love this stuff. Wait, so far we have a bunch of fails. I kind of don't even feel like doing this brow. But I know you people out there with OCD are going to be like, oh my God, why didn't she fill in her brow? And I know because I would feel the same way. So I got you. I got you. Oh, God, this stuff is such crap. It even feels weird going on. It feels, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, clumpy. Did you see that? Did you see that clump just fall off? It's on my floor. And just so you know, this stuff was about, I think, 12 bucks. So for $12, I can get myself a micro pencil from NYX, which is stinking amazing. Or you could also get this. Look, I'm trying to close it. Do you hear that? Like, it won't, it won't even close anymore properly. It's just like, okay, nice job, Physicians Formula. I can't even. All right, next product. So I walked into I walked into Harmon. That's where I was, and this little guy stuck out at me, and I was like, what are you? So it ends up being the Maybelline Curvitude liner. The gimmick. The gimmick is strong with this one. So I did swatch it on my hand. Here's a couple swatches. I'm going to try to get in as close as I can. So do you see how that bled? Which, for me, forebodes disaster. So if it bleeds on my hand, chances are it's going to bleed on my eye. And I purposely left my eye space bare. I'm not trying any eyeshadows on at all. I don't even have primer. I'm trying to give this a fair shot on its own without doctoring it up. So it doesn't feel like I can shake it or anything. It is a twist off cap. Whee! Okay, so here's the tip. It is not a brush. It is actually a felt tip, if you can see that. I'm sorry that it's blurry, but I'm sure you can kind of see that it's got bumps in it, and then it comes to a really fine tip. I actually love that. I like felt tip. I am not much of a fan of a brush because sometimes the brush bristles will splay and it creates for like a feathery eyeliner effect. But judging by the amount of feathering that I got on my hand, I don't have high expectations for this. I may be completely wrong, but I do want to test this by spraying my hand after I'm done applying my eyeliner so that we can see if it's waterproof. It claims to be long-lasting, but we all know that us oily betties, long-lasting means jack shit when it comes to eyeliner. We need like bulletproof, rocket-proof, nuclear power-proof eyeliner to stay on our eyes. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, not zoom in, but I'm gonna come in closer. Okay, so I like that that's actually quite pigmented. It's really hard to see how to do your eyeliner in the middle of an iPhone, but we'll get there. All right, so the tip is quite thin, which is nice. All right, I'm trying to be as precise as I can. Okay. Ooh, these people upstairs are playing some old school bachata. I'm like, bring, bing, bing, bring, bing, bing. Okay, let me stop. So I just got a lot of questions on eyeliner, how to apply it. So what I'm not liking about this pen so far is that I typically like to come in and drag this way when I'm doing my eyeliner. I feel like I have more control. I feel like I get a straighter line that way, and the angle of this is not letting me do that. So I'm kind of forced to go back in the normal way. Not that there is a normal way, but all right, guys, can you see that? It's not even dry yet. I haven't even gotten oily yet. My eyes are not tearing, and there's already a significant amount of smudging going on down here. Fuck my life. I kind of don't even feel like doing the other eye either at this point. How do I say this nicely? This is why I always end up purchasing a lot of products and returning them. I know I get a lot of questions from people on Instagram going like, oh, you know, how come you're returning it? I didn't know that was possible. I'm like, yes, it's possible. At all drugstores, if you are buying stuff and you're not happy with it, why would you keep it? You know, save your receipt, take it back to the store, call it a day. So this eyeliner I think was pushing 10 bucks. So for 10 bucks, I mean, easily I could bump it up to 16 and get something like from Inglot, or even the waterproof liners from Tarte. They're amazing. Or from Stila. They're great too. So honestly, I don't mind paying the extra 6 bucks as long as I'm getting a product that I'm happy with. I mean, I'm not crazy about this curvature. It's fucking with my eyeliner game. It's like a ticking time bomb. I love those memes on Instagram that are like, don't show your eyeliner fear. See what I mean? I usually like going backwards, but this is not letting me. Alright, I'm not even caring about the fact that it's not even perfect. The point is, I wanted to try it. I tried it. I didn't like it. End of story. Okay, so here we go. I have some rose water. I'm addicted to this stuff. It is from Pearlescence. You can buy it online. It smells amazing. It's a great tonic for your face. It's super hydrating. And it's also nice for testing stuff. Just spraying my face. So I just realized that I kept talking through my demo of this mascara despite the fact that my iPhone had stopped recording. Awesome. But if you can see my lashes, I'm like a little bit obsessed with this L'Oreal Voluminous Feline Noir mascara. It's waterproof. I did purchase the waterproof because I live for waterproof. And can we just have a moment for this packaging? It's so dope. Oh, I love it. It's one of the few waterproof mascaras that I've ever tried that actually has gone longer than a week without clumping up. Can we get like a whoop whoop for that? I'm sorry that I couldn't show you how I applied it, but you can see how nicely my lashes are sparse. Like, it's not clumped up. There's length, there's volume, there's some definition to them. I don't wear falsies on a daily basis. It's not my deal. Like, I have an obsessive hoarding problem with lashes, and they're in a drawer, and I think they're all stunningly beautiful, but they don't live the life of luxury that I think they deserve. But that's okay. I still love them. Sorry guys, my iPhone crapped out. It completely was filled with footage, so I had to go back in and delete some stuff. But I just wanted to thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope that you enjoyed the demos. And I'm still a little upset about that mascara, but I'll live. Otherwise, it seems like the foundation is settling in a little better here, but touching my face, it's a little drier. Not terrible, but I definitely wouldn't say that it is my ride or die, and it does take a lot of manipulating for the product to look somewhat better on your face. I'm sure a setting spray would make it look even a little bit better, but I'm not down with the brow product. I'm not down with the eyeliner. I need something super waterproof. If you don't need waterproof, then maybe it is a good option for you. And the mascara is bomb. Like, that out of everything is my favorite, but I don't like the primer at all. So everything else that I tried really is a no-go, at least for me. I'm not trying to say that the product is garbage. It may work for you. So like I would say with anything, my review is my review, you know, so my opinion is also my opinion. So something that necessarily doesn't work for me may work beautifully for you. So I would say if you are on the oily side, if you do have a lot of redness, if you do prefer something to blend quite easily, then no, these products are not for you. If you are the type that has very dry skin, you know, you have no problems, or just even normal skin, then maybe this is something that you want to give a shot to. So again, I'll list the products below and links to where you can purchase them. And I hope you guys have an amazing Memorial Day weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I can't wait to see you guys again. See, bye. Hey, the awkward moment when you go in and you're like, oh, where's the stop button?